Good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Cheryl. I'm a 64-year-old budgeter, and happy Travel Saturday. Okay, I'm trying to do a video every day, and I really don't like to pre-record, so here it goes. Commitment. It says, I am committed to my growth and dreams. I set routines and habits that help me evolve into the fullest potential. Even though I might not see the physical manifestation of my desires, I know they have vibrationally manifested and are on their way to me. Okay, that's where the goals come into. I've always been very goal-oriented. I'm 64, I've had 2 careers, and I stayed committed to each career. All right. So, and with that being said, we have our throat chakra. Scent is throat chakra. Lapis is the stone and vanilla is the scent. There you go. I'll just put this guy over here. Okay, and the next one is the heart chakra. Stone is jade, and the scent is mint. All right. So, first thing we want to talk about is last night, Friday night, where I'm at, we had preseason football. Now, I love the NFL, but mainly I just love certain people that play on the teams. Okay? So I'm a Seahawk fan, love the whole team. Okay? I made this challenge here for other Seahawk fans if they want to download it for free on my Ko-fi. It's the Seattle Seahawks, and one of the challenges they save $40 a piece. So this whole sheet would save $80. Okay, and my Seahawks played the Kansas City Chiefs last night. Okay, and it's preseason, and they actually won. And my Kansas City one says, "Love Gardner M, Kansas City Chiefs," and then you can put an amount of how much each helmet's worth, and there's a picture of Gardner Minshew in there, and he's a former Coug, and I've been following his career, and it was so fun to see him play. Okay, so I was rooting for my Seahawks and Gardner. Okay, unfortunately, on yesterday's game that I watched, here we go. Here I do work on stuff that is, here you go. Okay, so I have my savings challenge money for the day in here, and I call it side hustle and savings challenge money. Okay, this is how much I have to save with today. Okay, and so I'm going to put $1 in our Seahawks. Okay, because the Seahawks won. All right, and when they played the Raiders, they were tied, so nobody got the $1. Okay, and this is my little football thing I have, and then each day I'll prepare each week before the team, I'll prepare a new one for whoever my Seahawks are playing. Okay, and this is one of those things that I use with it that says save for the game, roll and dice save. It's got the American League and the National League. And so as I've been watching football, like that one's a Miami Dolphin right here, I've been trying to learn what the helmets are without their icons. Okay. There we go. So we have $1 in our Seahawks challenge today, and Kansas City did not get any. And And our Raiders don't have any either. Okay, so we've got Raiders with nothing at this point, and it's just the beginning of preseason, okay? Because they didn't get anything because they tied the Seahawks in preseason game number 1, okay? It was a tie, Las Vegas Raiders, Seahawks were tied at 14-14, okay? And then my Kansas City Chiefs did not get any, because they did not win last night, but it was, my win was seeing Gardner Minshew. All right. Now, I'm one of those local sports lovers, okay, where I have local sports that I really like, and, here we go. And like I'm a Gonzaga basketball fan, I'm a Washington State Cougar football fan, and I'm a Seahawk fan, and that's pretty much does it. I don't watch the Spokane Chiefs, and I don't really watch a lot of hockey unless it's the only thing that, unless it's the only thing to do probably, but my son's a Kraken fan, so there we go. So we'll put the football away for now, and today we're gonna save in our travel Saturday, okay? And because we need to bump up our travel savings, so that's why I'm doing a lot of videos, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and take our scratcher here. I scratched it upside down. Okay, so this one's a 7. So 7 quarters, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll put number 1 back in its container, and it has $7. Okay. The next one we have, and this was a Hawaiian, sorry about that, this was a Hawaiian sunset at North Kahai Sunset, and this was from Maui's South Shore. And as you know, in April, I took an anniversary trip to Hawaii. It was a 12-day cruise, and I'm gonna do the opposite in September, okay? So this is a North Kahai sunset taken by photograph Howie from Maui, okay? And then I bought the postcard, and I'm just saving off of it, and it saved 7 quarters today, all right? Okay, and the next postcard that I have is a postcard of the Waikiki aerial view, and it shows Oahu's spectacular reefs and beaches seen by the shoreline. And this one also was photographed by Howie from Maui, okay? And I put a scratch off sticker on it, and this one is going to save 8 quarters. So we'll take $2 and put it into our Waikiki Oahu folder. Okay, and the next one that I have here, okay, and it's another sunset postcard here. And this one is a Kona sunset, and this was, and all of my things were made from, all of them were postcards I bought from Hawaii when I was there. I decided to make them into challenges before I got my printer and my program, so I'm trying to use everything up that I have. So, okay, that's an almighty 1. Okay, 1 automatically is going to turn into $1. I'm not just going to save a quarter. Okay, new rule. 1 quarter is just not enough to save, not for the goals that I have. Okay, the next one that I have is another, and it's a Diamond Head and Waikiki sunset. And isn't that pretty? It shows Diamond Head, and we did take the drive up there. And when I was in Oahu, I went to see most of the famous places that are there to see. Okay, and we're talking natural. I didn't go to. We just kind of went and spent the time viewing Oahu, and that's what my mom and I are gonna do when we get there after the cruise, because it's gonna be a 12-day cruise taking us to Hawaii. Okay, so this is for 2 quarters here. Diamond Head made 50 cents. Here you go. Okay, and the next one that I have is, it looks like another picture of Waikiki, and this is Waikiki with a different view of Diamond Head. Okay, there's an almighty one, so it's getting $1. Okay, so much for saving quarters, haha. Okay, and the next thing I have is the Chinaman's Hat. And that's this little island right here. It's called the Chinaman's Hat. And like I said, all of my postcards I purchased in Hawaii from Howie from Maui. Okay. Two quarters for the Chinaman's Hat. Okay, and the next one we have for Travel Saturday is Kahai. It's a sunset from Kahai, Maui. And I didn't get a chance. I got a chance to go by Maui, but I didn't get a chance to go on Maui on our last cruise. So isn't that beautiful? It's a sunset on Maui. I've never been to Maui before, but at least I've been to the Hawaiian Islands. Okay? I can say, yes, I did. Okay? And I'm going to again in about, I don't know, 4 weeks or so, 4 or 5 weeks. There you go. Okay, so the next thing I have are these 2 dolphins, and that's one of my favorite animals, is dolphins. I'll probably end up making a dolphin folder down the road. But today I've got these 2 dolphins, and it just says dolphins in the air, and it says Howie from Maui, so I'm going to assume this is in Maui, but I can't assume anything. I don't assume anything. Okay, this one's 7 quarters. Okay. All right, so that's the first part of our savings, is we saved in our Travel Saturday, our Hawaii binder. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is talk about our Road to 200 subs here, and we're at 114, and thank you to every single subscriber. And we started this challenge on July 19th. So we've gotten 14 subbies since then, okay? And then those are all the greenbacks on every day. So we're saving $1 per subby, and yep, it's gonna be a while. Okay, yesterday was the 15th, okay? And I did not buy anything. I went to the post office to mail some jewelry out. I went to the bank and got change, got dollars, fives, and at least this guy was pretty decent to me, the guy that helped me this time. I asked if I needed to put my debit card in to get change, and he said yes. I said, okay. So I did I swiped my debit card, and then I gave them some bigger bills and said, okay, this 100 I want 5s and 10s out of, and this 120 I want 1s and 5s. And so I got some change yesterday, okay? But I didn't stop anywhere, didn't get no treats, no nothing. I just kind of went and came back. So another non-spend. So August isn't going to get much unless I start spending. And that's what the challenge is all about. Now, I have to tell you this. This is my new envelope I have. It's for YouTube and Ko-fi. And every time I get a Ko-fi sale, or make any money from Ko-fi or YouTube, okay? And this is going to take a long time, by the way. And please visit my Ko-fi channel. I add a couple new pieces every week, and I create them when I feel creative. And I'm trying not to force anything, because when I do videos, it's something I really enjoy doing, and it's fun for me, and I'm not going to give myself any pressure, okay? And so now we have $5 in our Ko-fi envelope here. And what that means is that I have $5 to go to other people's Ko-fi shops and to invest in other creators. If I find that, hey, I need some tinies, then I'll go in and buy some tinies from another creator. So right now our Ko-fi fund has $5. Yay. Okay, and then this is our leftover money that we have that we didn't save today. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So we're going to go ahead and put that in our savings challenge envelope for tomorrow. That's 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and take the money for, let's go ahead and get rid of the 5s there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we will start with $20 tomorrow on Sunday. And like I said, since I had my hip surgery last week, it's been today is like day 8 or day 9. Okay. It's probably not day 9. Okay. That's had me time to decide what challenges I wanted to work on, where, and how. So this is our money for our savings challenge money for tomorrow. There we go. So we took the leftover and put it into there. So happy weekend, everybody. Happy Saturday. We originally had plans to do a little bit of cement work on our renovation addition, but instead, I don't know what we're going to do. It's a little bit of a rainy weekend, and that's all right because we don't have to use the sprinkler on our grass. So happy weekend all. Namaste. Take care.